So is now the time? Is this the moment to buy a home in the year 2023 in the greater Seattle area? Have we hit the bottom of the market? What's your situation?
Dwight?
Sorry, Michael, I got calls to make.
I would like your undivided attention, please.
You couldn't handle my undivided attention.
Stay tuned because in this video, we're gonna look at the pros and cons of purchasing a home in the greater Seattle area in the year 2023. It's time for Real Talk. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Matthew Chapman. I'm a local realtor here in the greater Seattle area. I'm the founder of Chapman Homes and I'm powered by Windermere Real Estate. And I specialize in onboarding sellers who want to sell right, who want to sell smart, as well as working with out-of-town buyers that are relocating to the region or just simply looking to invest, or even people that are here already looking to move up into a bigger home. And so in today's topic, we're going to be discussing really, is 2023, the first quarter of 2023, the time to buy? So stay tuned. You're going to want to hear the pros and cons of buying in 2023. So let's talk about the cons first of purchasing a home in the year 2023. The first con is a potential housing crash.
What's the matter?
I have a headache.
It might be a tumor.
It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor at all.
You've heard the headlines in the news, you've heard the negativity, and there's some economists that are doom and gloom out there. If you buy a home right now, is it going to plummet in value? That can be a scary thing. And it's a legitimate question that we should be asking. Everybody would like to buy at the bottom of the market. And my answer is it can really depend on the value of your home, depends upon what home you buy, what location you buy, the type of home you buy. We know that it's very difficult to predict short-term values in home, but it is a legitimate question that we should consider. Are we up for a housing crash? Is that in the near future? The second con of potentially buying a home now is that the interest rates have gone up. I mean, a year ago, they were in the 2s and the 3s, and then we saw them go up to 7.25%, and now they're down to around 5.78 to 6%. But that, you've lost buying power. And so is it really the time to buy, or should you wait for interest rates to go down? Because simply put, you might be outpriced. You might not be able to afford a home in this market because of what interest rates have done, because you've lost your buying power. So that is a legitimate question too. Should you buy because interest rates have gone up, or should you wait for them to come down? So the third potential con of purchasing a home right now is really the economic uncertainty. And there has been some layoffs in the greater Seattle area, although I will tell you that on percentage wise, we hired a large number of people across the region. And so it's really only a fraction of people that have lost their jobs in this area in the last month. Compared to what we hired, we are still way ahead on the count. But needless to say, there is some economic uncertainty. And if you think that you're on the hot seat and that you might lose your job, that is a legitimate question to ask. Is now a time to buy because of the economic uncertainty? So we need to keep in mind that the biggest reason sellers lose money when they purchase a home is because they sell when they really shouldn't have to sell. All right, so let's talk about the positives. Enough of the negativity talk. Let's talk about the pros of purchasing a home this year. And I think we all remember last year in January, February, March, where there was 10, 12, 20 offers on properties. Properties were going for $200,000 to $400,000 above asking at times. Multiple offers. Buyers had no negotiating power. They were losing the battle, and it was draining and overwhelming. And buyers thought, if only there was less competition. Well, guess what? Right now, we are in a season where there is less competition for a buyer. And so while the interest rates might be higher, there's less competition, and you're frankly not going to be overpaying for that same house like you did in January, February, and March. So it is a legitimate pro to consider when coming to the market and considering purchasing a home this year. So let's face it, everybody wants to know when the bottom of the market is. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't have the crystal ball, but there there are signs that we are at the bottom of the market, folks. In the last few weeks in the greater Seattle area, I've seen multiple offers on quite a few properties. I had a client of mine that showed me 7 homes that they wanted to see. All 7 of those homes went pending in less than 1 week. Buyer demand has been returning, and mortgage applications have actually increased by 28%. And there's predictions that interest rates are going to go down even more to the mid to low 5s within the next few months, and that's going to bring even more buyers back to the table. So in fact, this might be the bottom of the market. This might be your moment where you still have some negotiating power as a buyer, where you can pick the house that you want and get into the home that you love. So in summary, let's remember that there are some legitimate concerns that we all have about the market. And we also need to remember that we're only losing money when we purchase a home is if we have to sell when we shouldn't. So if you can hold on to your home for 2 to 5 years, in general, you are going to do very well in this area. History tells us here that in the greater Seattle area, home prices actually go up 6.9% a year. If you look at the last 80 years here, that is the truth. Home values go up 6.9% a year. So you're making a great investment here. And it's not so much about timing the market perfectly, it's about time in the market, because the longer you have a home, the more wealth you are going to build. So if you have questions about the market here, message me. I would love to discuss what your options are. I'd love to help you understand the lay of the land in this region and come up with a unique custom game plan for you. My team and I, we would love to discuss what best options might be for you. So thanks everybody for watching. I'm Matthew Chapman, and I'll see you next time.